guys, welcome back to a new video. So we are back at my parents' house today. We are going to be working on their outside porch storage area at the moment that they built onto the house, which eventually will be my mom's laundry room up here, because right now it's in the basement and she would like to eventually have it up here. She would also eventually like to build onto her bathroom and her bedroom, because that's what is kind of connected to the back side here. So my mom really wanted to move some things around while she's decluttering, so we just started in one little corner here and started moving some of this stuff outside, and she kind of knew what she wanted to get rid of. Like, some of it she knew, but then she wanted to go through some containers and stuff like that. But we're just getting this stuff out of the way, because what we're gonna have to do is the stuff all the way in the back of the room, we end up having to move right here. So it kind of seems like we don't make progress because we had to move that stuff, but then you guys will see at the end, because I'm going to give you a before and after of how much progress was actually made, and it looks so much better. But it just, like, you know, to start out with something like this, sometimes it looks like you're not really making a lot of progress. But if you want to like rearrange stuff when you got a lot of stuff like this, sometimes it's going to end up looking worse before it looks better. So I'm going to clean out this cabinet here and then put those appliances in it and get those off of that. I think it's like a barbecue stand is what it is, but they were actually going to get rid of it. So everything that'll go out on the porch that we're taking out is stuff that is going to their other garage unit that they have. And then they normally keep that stuff for the springtime to put in a yard sale. So it's kind of nice that they have a place to go and like store the stuff that they want to get rid of for the yard sale, so that way they don't end up with just even more clutter and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go through in today's video, but I really couldn't be the one that had to go through stuff because it wasn't mine. So I think I also say this at the end of the video because it was just kind of bothering me in a way, because like it just kind of looks like on the video like I'm standing around not really knowing what to do, because I really couldn't do a whole lot. My mom needed my help with like moving stuff because she couldn't move certain things by herself, so I was just kind of like, what else could I do? I end up deep cleaning all 3 windows, which they desperately needed done. I vacuumed a lot and just helped her move things. That's all I could really do. She had to be the one to go through stuff. I couldn't really be the one to do that. So it's hard when you're trying to help people declutter, because like I said, they have to be the ones to do it, and you're just kind of like standing by like, what do I do? But I hope that this video gives you guys all kinds of cleaning and decluttering motivation. As you can see by just looking at the back corner, it looked pretty overflowing. Like, things were just honestly needing to be put away. She keeps a lot of her Christmas and fall and just like seasonal decor back in the back of the room, and some of it was just sitting out, and she wanted to go through all of it to see what she could get rid of. So it was just a process, guys, and obviously I didn't get to film like every single detail of this process. I had to leave at like 3 to go get Cole off the bus anyways. So in the next video, we're going to be back on Sunday for some more motivation and decluttering. I think I'm going to do my kitchen, guys. So if you need some kitchen decluttering motivation, be sure to come back on Sunday. But I need to go through all my drawers in the kitchen, and my medicine cabinet probably needs gone through again. It doesn't look as bad as it was because I cleaned it not that long ago, but stuff just ends up being a mess really easily. I mean, obviously it happens to everybody. My parents sometimes like will have this problem where they got to do these deep cleans, or like because like things get out of order, they don't stay neat. Like, once it gets cleaned up, it'll end up kind of messy again. And I kind of found like the best way to keep on top of that kind of stuff is to like every week, especially if you bring in like new stuff to sit or to store. And my shed ends up like this all the time. Like, my shed is my number one place at my house that I can definitely say that is hard to like keep looking nice. Every spring when we clean it out, it looks disastrous versus the year before. You know, like when I get it all nice and clean, and then it just because we don't stay on top of like putting stuff where it needs to go. And I'm trying really hard this year to maintain the shed. Like really, really hard. But like my parents and them, they kind of go through this too, where I think if they bring stuff in and they just sit it somewhere instead of like trying to put things back in its place, like this is sometimes what will happen. So it's just one of those things. But anyways, we're getting it cleaned up today and it's gonna look so much better. Stay tuned toward the end of the video to see the before and after. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about what my mom used to clean the glass on the windows. So she just used vinegar water, and it did such a good job that I'm actually considering. I used to clean with vinegar water. I just want to first say that. And I always thought that it did a good job, but I never really solely relied on it to actually clean glass. But it did really, really good. So, like, if you need to save some money and you don't want to spend a lot of money on cleaning products, vinegar water is, I think I've said this before in the past, is the way to go. And I know a lot of people don't like the way it smells, but you could add essential oil drops to it too to make it smell better to clean with it. But it's just such a cheap and affordable way to clean your home, and it does a really good job. And after like a little while, you can't even smell the vinegar smell anymore. You know, it'll disappear. So like, it's, like I said, it's really easy, affordable. He did a really good job on these windows. She mixed up her own like little spray bottle with vinegar water, and it did really good. Like, the windows didn't have no smears, smudges, or nothing. They looked so good.
tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life with clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's no way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you might find your gun, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof, don't let me touch the ground, you can never bring me down.
So the windows were kind of a process today to get cleaned because of how dirty they were. So we had taken, like, I take a different rag and wipe them first before I shine them up with the vinegar water. And then obviously I'm using, I think just Dawn dish soap and hot water to scrub the windowsills and just around the windows. I don't think these windows have actually ever really been cleaned since they built on. So they just needed that deep cleaning, and they looked really, really good when we was done. So I was just happy that I was able to do something. At this point I felt pretty productive because, like, I couldn't go through her stuff. She was doing that in the background while I was working on these windows. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of today's video, but I hope that it did give you some motivation, and I hope that it inspired you guys to declutter a room in your house, or just pick one room to start in if it feels overwhelming. And I feel like that is the easiest way to go, is just focus on one area and start with that, and then once you get that done you can move on to the next. But I feel like sometimes, especially if you have like a lot of decluttering to do, it can just be too much, and the feeling that comes with being overwhelmed will actually like prolong you from doing it. Also, don't be afraid to ask somebody for help, maybe in your family, to come and help you declutter if you feel like you can't get it all done yourself. I know just by having somebody else to come and even just kind of suggest something, or just kind of start kind of getting you to where to put something, can really motivate you to want to go through your things and actually make progress and declutter things. But just sometimes having help can make all the difference. So it had been a couple days since I've been down, and I wanted to come get the overview for you guys. But my mom did a lot. She did a lot more since I left that day. I had to go because I was getting cold from the bus on the day that we worked out here. But a lot of this stuff I couldn't really do because I might have already said this in a voiceover, but she had to be the one to go through all of her stuff, and I just couldn't. I didn't really feel like I knew what I could do, and it was just kind of hard. But I was here to help her move like the totes and stuff that was heavy. But yeah, it looks good back here. This is my first time seeing it after she finished. So yeah, it looks really good now. You couldn't even walk out here before, so it looks wonderful. Anyways, and they got rid of all that stuff that was out on the porch back here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of all over the place, I feel like, because like I said, I didn't really felt like I didn't know what I could do. At least I did get those windows deep cleaned, and you can actually see out of them now. But as far as like going through other people's stuff, it's kind of hard to do because they have to be the one to choose to declutter and go through their stuff and what they're going to keep and what they're going to get rid of. It's just, it's hard for me to, like, you know. So it just kind of looks like probably through the video that it doesn't look like I'm doing as much, and that's like why, because I kind of couldn't go through nothing. But it looks really good. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in Sunday's video, which will be more decluttering motivation. Right now I'm just in a decluttering mode, and we're just trying to work on decluttering stuff right now. And then I haven't really sat down to plan out any other content yet, but let me know what you guys would like to see this fall here on the channel as far as cleaning motivation, and it could be anything really. Let me know what you guys want to see down below. But thanks for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.